welcome again back to another
Austin Sports Experiment.
Austin Sports Experiment, where we're going to be recapping
Week 5 of college football
recap
today.
and then also doing our predictions for
Week 6.
Week 6. So we'll do a quick recap, and again, we don't start at number 1 and go to top 25. We do the top 25, but we don't start
As their
at,
schedule.
Yeah, we just do them as their schedule. And jumping into Week 5, the first game was UNC at Miami.
Played on a Thursday night.
Yeah, that was odd to have a top
That's
25
weird.
on a Thursday night. But Miami won by 37 points, and I think we call that Miami was due for a sizable
Big game.
victory.
And
yeah.
North Carolina is pretty bad.
Yeah. Tennessee was at Georgia. They actually
Played better than they did against
they played
Florida.
better than they did before. Georgia did not pull the line.
They didn't
So-
look too good either. They had some issues.
Georgia's ranked number 2, and I've got some worries about them. Louisiana was at Alabama. Alabama beat them by 42, but the line was 48.5, so Bama didn't cover, even though it was 40.
It was 42 points.
42 points. Central Michigan at Michigan State. Michigan State only won by 11.
There must be some issue with their
I don't know,
offense,
it might
honestly.
be a little bit something.
Yeah, there
there.
must be some issues that Michigan State needs to work out.
Syracuse at Clemson. Syracuse could have won that game.
Yeah, we watched that game personally.
Clemson won by 4. I think we had Syracuse in the points whenever we talked about them,
Yeah,
because it was a
we
little bit
picked
too
them
much.
as an upset bid, but
Yeah.
Clemson had their backup quarterback, basically.
Yeah. West Virginia beat Texas Tech by 8. I think we call that one.
Yes, that was, yeah. West
Baylor-
Virginia's offense is really good.
Yeah, Baylor at Oklahoma. Oklahoma won by 33. I think we call that one too.
Oklahoma's a dynamo.
Yeah. Texas beat K-State 19-14. A little underwhelming, but Texas is still for real. They're in the top 20 now.
Yeah,
so.
Texas, well, I don't know if Texas is for real yet, but this game,
They're almost for real.
yeah, the week
Next
6
week.
matchup will really tell the tale of their season.
Yeah, Pitt played last year's national champions.
Quote unquote.
Central Florida did beat them by 31 points. I think we call that Pitt is hard.
Yeah, Pitt is really bad.
Pitt is really bad.
Pitt may be just as bad as North Carolina.
Yeah, Southern Miss, Auburn. Auburn won by 11. That was underwhelming.
Yeah, Auburn didn't look like a top 10 team, really.
Speaking of underwhelming, Michigan only beat Northwestern by 3.
A team that had lost to Akron.
Yeah, so Michigan's a little.
Yeah, that's.
How long do you think?
That's a little
How long do you
worrying.
think Harbaugh's the head coach?
If he keeps losing to his main rivals, it may be a short stay
It
in
may
Ann
be
Arbor.
a short stay. The surprise of the week: Florida beat Mississippi State. What happened to Mississippi State?
Something must have happened. Nick Fitzgerald, this guy, I've heard all off season long that he's one of the top SEC quarterbacks.
No.
Not now.
No.
Not now.
And I was rooting for Mississippi State. I was rooting for a little bit. Got some friends that are Bulldog, root for a little bit. Plus, I hate Florida. So,
Mississippi State may need to look forward to next season and
Yeah.
then build towards the future.
Virginia Tech beat Duke. I was rooting for Duke. I called Duke just
Yeah.
because it was sort of a,
Yeah, Duke
Underdog
football has
story.
really never been anything over their history.
The SEC game of the week, which sounds weird. South Carolina at Kentucky. Kentucky
that's weird.
Kentucky's for real. They look really good.
Kentucky looks really
Benny,
good.
Benny Snell, he's something.
That Benny Snell dude, he
Stan-
is really good.
Stanford went to Notre Dame. I actually called Stanford for the upset, but Notre Dame won by 21. I tell you what, Notre Dame's for real too.
Notre Dame really, really did surprise us.
When they brought in that new quarterback,
Ian Book.
he's going to keep the job, I'm pretty sure.
They have definitely got a lot of momentum coming, and they look to be a pretty good team coming forward.
Ohio State went to Penn State and won by 1 point. That's the heart ripper of the week.
Yes,
You're
Penn
up.
State
Yeah, you're up by 12 points
with
with 8 minutes left,
and you choke it
and you lose at home
at home.
in front of 100,000 fans.
That James Franklin.
We-
James Franklin. He's supposed to be the best coach in.
Big game, Franklin. You know what this is? We are as Surrender Cobra pit stop. Okay, let's see here. BYU went to Washington. Washington clobbered them. I actually thought BYU would put up more of a fight in that, but Washington,
Washington did
28
flex their
points.
muscles.
Yeah. Ole Miss went to LSU. People still aren't giving LSU the respect they deserve.
Yeah,
Man,
LSU's getting underrated, dude.
they beat Ole Miss by 29. Only let the Ole Miss offense get 16 points.
That with their offensive credibility, they've
I
got,
think, I honestly, I think LSU is the number 2 team in the country.
LSU is the number 2 team in the country.
But that's just me. And the last one was Oregon at Cal. Oregon beat them by 18. I think we called that one.
Yeah, Oregon did have a better offense.
Yeah, we'll jump into week 6. There is no Thursday or Friday ranked games. So we'll jump right into Saturday.
Yes.
It will be Alabama at Arkansas. Arkansas is a horrible. That's cooked bacon. You just might as well send that home because it's done cooked.
Whoop Pig Suey is really, really bad.
Yeah, Alabama's favored at Arkansas by 34.5.
Meet that margin by halftime. That's how bad Arkansas is.
Maryland at Michigan. How can Michigan be favored by 17.5? They may not score 17.5.
Yeah, that's really strange.
I would actually take Maryland and the points on that one.
Yeah, Maryland isn't as bad as that line really says.
No, Northwestern at Michigan State. Michigan State's favored by 11.5. I would probably. I don't know. What do you think?
I would pick maybe the upset bid.
You think Northwestern might keep it under?
They kept
12?
it close with Michigan last week.
And Michigan State can't score. Maybe that was a tough one. We'll watch that.
Yeah, we'll probably go with that.
Kansas at West Virginia. West Virginia's favored by 28.5.
Expect them to meet that by halftime.
Kansas is a
bad.
basketball team, not a football team.
Do you know what, Dad? Do you know what the record? I told Dad earlier.
What's Kansas's record in football?
Since 2009.
Okay.
15-81.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Yeah, I told him that.
And it's going to be, what's it going to be after this weekend?
15-82.
82.
That is horrible. That's horrible.
That is horrible. Oh, 15-82.
Oh my gosh.
Next is the Red River rivalry. Texas is actually still ranked. They're ranked 19th, going to number 7, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is only favored by 7.5.
Even though we do think Oklahoma will win this football game, it will probably be 10 points.
I think Oklahoma wins by more than 7.5. Boston College at NC State. NC State is the most unheard of unbeaten team. They're 4-0.
That no one has talked about.
That no one ever heard about.
Nobody has talked about.
They're favored by 4, and they got Boston College coming in. Boston College has only lost 1. They're 4-1. That's sort of a dangerous game for me. I don't know enough about those two to.
So let's not touch that one. Just be safe.
Next one is I think the pick of the week. This is the pick of the week.
Just pick who you want?
No, this is a gimme.
Oh, this is a gimme.
LSU at Florida is only favored by 2 points. Disrespect for LSU. I think if they beat them by a field goal, you're a winner. I think they'll beat them by 17.
Yeah, LSU.
It's going to be a 23-3 game.
LSU is a better team than people think.
Just disrespecting LSU. It was wrong. We got Iowa State at Okie State. Okie State's favored by 11. That seems a little low too. I think Okie State might win by more than 11.
Iowa State is pretty pathetic.
They're 1-3, and they were lucky to have the 1. Clemson at Wake Forest. Clemson's favored by 17. I don't know who's going to be the quarterback this week.
Who's going to be the quarterback? The guy they found off the side of the street?
Yeah, or maybe they got their third string kicker could throw the ball. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Who's going to be their backup quarterback? Maybe the same guy. I don't know. Maybe the same guy. I don't know. That's a messed up situation. Wake Forest is not terrible.
But I do think Clemson will win.
I'm sort of afraid of that one too. Yeah, Florida State at Miami. Miami is favored by 12.5, and Florida State is
really bad.
Really bad.
Don't let that 3-2 record fool you.
No. I think Miami
will swamp
them. I think it'll be by more than 12.5. Arizona State at Colorado. Colorado's favored by 2.5.
I expect them to meet the margin.
I think Colorado does that.
I don't really know personally enough about Colorado to really.
Yeah.
To really pick that game with other than above the.
I think it'd be 3-point game.
Yeah.
Indiana at Ohio State. Ohio State is favored by 26.5. I don't think Ohio State pulls that. I think
you don't?
I don't. Do you? Do you think they will?
Well, they did. Well, they're coming off an emotional win in Happy Valley.
Mm-hmm.
So expect like a expect a letdown of sorts.
I was thinking maybe a letdown, maybe 20. I mean, I still think they're going to win by 2 or 3 touchdowns, but I think maybe a 17 to 21 point game. Now I could be wrong. Kentucky is at A&M, and Kentucky is number 13 in the country, and A&M's favored to win by 6.
Disrespect.
A&M almost lost to Arkansas.
Yeah, that. To 1-4 Arkansas.
Take Kentucky and plus 6.
Yes.
I mean,
that's a no-brainer.
yes, SMU at Central Florida. The national champions are favored by 24. SMU's pretty bad. They'll probably pull that 24.
Yes. SMU is really bad.
Vanderbilt at Georgia. Georgia's favored by 27. Has Georgia beat anybody by 27 this year?
Well, unless you're counting the 29 points they gave up to Missouri 2 weeks ago, I guess.
Maybe.
Probably
I think
not.
I think Vanderbilt's a. I don't know.
Vanderbilt may put up a fight against Georgia, but I do think the Bulldogs will win the game.
Oh, the Bulldogs definitely win the game there. Yeah. We got Auburn at Mississippi State. Auburn's only favored by 3.5. I think Auburn beats Mississippi State by more than 3.5.
Yeah, Auburn is, although they have struggled a bit recently, I think Mississippi State's lack of offense.
Lack of offense is a nice, polite way to put it.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Washington at UCLA. Washington's favored by 21. Poor UCLA.
Oh
Poor
my
Chip
goodness.
Kelly.
Can I tell you the record?
Go ahead. And what?
Fur.
Oh, Ofer. They're Ofer? Ofer? They're Ofer. And they're going to be 0-5 after this week. Nebraska.
Is that a return policy?
Speaking of Ofer, a return policy on Chip Kelly. Is it too late to bring him back and exchange him for a better gift?
Yeah. Speaking of that.
Nebraska at Wisconsin. If you put UCLA and Nebraska together and play the game, nobody would win.
No one would
The
win.
game would never end because nobody would win that game.
Because they both suck as bad.
So Wisconsin's favored by 20.5 over Nebraska. They'll probably do that.
Yeah. Nebraska is pretty awful.
Now this one's a little weird to me too. Notre Dame, as good as they're looking, is at Virginia Tech, only favored by 6.
They're probably predicting that Blacksburg in Virginia Tech is not easy to play.
They just kicked the crap out of Stanford, and you don't think they'll beat number 24 Virginia Tech by more than 6?
That just doesn't make any sense.
Makes sense either. I'm taking Notre Dame, and I'm giving that 6 points away.
Yes.
Utah at Stanford. Stanford's favored by 5. I think Stanford easily pulls that.
Yeah.
And that is our NCAA football for the week. Be sure and let's keep a list to us. We're going to do some NFL recaps and predictions. Might even do a little baseball.
Yes.
We haven't decided yet. We may do a little baseball. But be sure and hit
Put a comment down and see what you think about this upcoming week and the previous week.
Hit a subscribe somewhere down here. Hit there's a video played right here. Best for hit the groovy baby button over here somewhere. And other than that, we are gone for a while. See you later.
See you later.